Hey everyone, Brent here. Okay, here is my newest project. The newest, it's going to be Redneck Wonder. It's a late 90s, early 2000s Craftsman. No motor, came with battery, no idea if it's any good, but it's a front battery, rear tank model. Unfortunately, it's a step over, not a step through that I wanted. I wanted a step through, like the Racer, but I'll get what I can get, and this came up. It was a good price in really good condition, not much rust on it. It's a gear drive as well, which to find these in a gear drive are relatively hard. They're getting harder and harder to come by. 6-speed automatic, 20s on the back. You may be wondering why I got this. Some people may know. I am planning on retiring my truck. I was initially thinking about converting this into a truck, but now I'm thinking about I'm going to do the 4-wheel drive conversion. I'm going to put an engine in. I'll show you the engine in a second. Put an engine in, rip out the front axle, and I'll put the Craftsman 4-wheel steer, rear transaxle, up front in here, and get it running, get it moving under its own power, pretty much in this form here. Figure out what I'm going to use for my shifter. I'm either going to use mower up and down as my shifter, or I'm going to reuse the Craftsman shifter that's on the 4-wheel steer right now in the center. Probably actually right here in this area right here. There should actually be just enough room in there. Possibly have to move the solenoid and have it right there, and have the shifter on the right hand side as well. I don't know yet. This unfortunately does not have the 5 or 6 adjustments in here, so you can't really set it to where you want it, and if it's going to stay there, it could potentially move out of the way. So my idea is I'm going to get rid of my truck. Maybe wondering what I'm going to do for work. I'm going to get a trailer and tow a trailer. I initially didn't want to do that because I hate backing up of trailers, but for the easeability factor of having this would actually be easier to pull a trailer for what I do at work than having this. What I'll do is I'll get a utility trailer, I'll put a ball and hitch on it and use it like that. At the back here, I'm going to build a rack, but a lower rack. It's only going to come up to about here. That I'm actually going to do a toolbox, similar to what's on the back of my diesel. Princess Auto's coming to my city, so I'll be able to get a toolbox relatively easily, and won't have to pay for shipping. Leave the shifter alone. I might move the rear tires back, so I might do a mild frame extension. If I do a mild frame extension, I will be putting the rack or the box up higher. It will be up at the probably the gas tank level. Unfortunately, it's one of these rear fills. I initially wanted one like the Racer, but like I said, I get what I can get. There was a tractor available. It's a Poulon. Everyone should know who they're built by. I initially did want that, but the guy never got back to me. It would actually, I don't know if it was a rear tank or not either. So, but it was a step through. And also the other thing I was kind of worried about with the step through is the frame being weakened right there, because basically you lose a little bit of frame right there, and I was worried about if I was to do the full extension, the frame would end up folding in the middle. So that's another reason why I kind of got away from a step through. Also, another reason why I wanted a step through is the easeability of getting on and off, but this one's actually not bad. I can actually get on it pretty easy. I got lots of leg room. Clutch is in a decent spot. My volt gauge is actually right there for some weird reason. It had an electric PTO deck, 42-inch deck. But so if I get rid of this here, move my 4-wheel drive shifter down there, it should actually work out pretty good. Let me actually set the parking brake. I have no idea if the brakes actually work on this thing or not. Like I said, it came with a battery. No idea if it's any good or not. It actually came with a full tank of gas, but when we were removing the engine on it, we used a chain hoist and on the front end, and it did leak out some gas. But it still was three quarters of a tank of gas in it. So, and it is a bit newer because it has a plastic dash. So it's not a full steel dash. It is plastic dash. I did save a lot of the wiring from the tractor that I got the engine out of. The engine I got came out of a Murray. I was originally going to buy the Murray. I was thinking about buying that, but actually I could have, but it was a Hydro. I believe it was either a Hydro or a like the MTD style setup on it. But I got most of the wiring right here that's necessary. Actually, this is from the PTO, I do believe, so that can actually go away for the most part. But let's go over and see the engine. Okay, here is the engine. It is a Briggs V-twin. That's the only reason why I grabbed it and I bought it. It's a little bit dirty now, but the sucker has near perfect compression. It has one of these stupid oil filter block-offs, which I do believe you can unscrew this right here and put a regular oil filter on, because it does have an oil pump up in here. It's technically pressure lubricated, but it just does not have an oil filter. And it also has the temp gauge or low oil sensor right here as well. I'm going to have to go through this engine and figure out what's up with the wiring and figure out what to do. We did end up breaking a bolt off right here at the back corner. I'll just drill it out, and I got lucky with the Scots, so just by drilling out the bolt, and pretty much the bolt came out. The guy said, oh, the ratchet was on an angle to snap the head off, but the bolt was seized. These front ones were pretty seized up as well, but none of them snapped. It came with the exhaust, which will be nice to have a real exhaust on my new project for a change. I don't know if it's going to work with the with new setup, though. Most likely it's not. I gotta start watching some pumper kicker videos, figure out how he did his four-wheel drive conversion, basically where he mounted everything, and go from there. So like I said, it's a 21 horse. It says upside down 12, but yes, it's a 21 horse Briggs V-twin. Same engine that's actually in the truck right now, pretty much. But they said it runs. Of course, I did not hear it running, unfortunately, but that's pretty much it for that. So the plan is with the truck is to sell it, clean it up a bit, and sell it. Possibly get the lights working, get a few other things working on it, and like I said, sell it. So I like the truck. It was a cool project, but for me, I want to move on to a new project. So, and this is actually going to be my new project. And then down the road again, I'll move on to another project. So that's just the way it goes. You build something, you use it for a couple of years, and you move on to something new. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. So talk to everyone later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please trim comment.